those of the Evening Rush Network. Viewers' discretion is advised.
What up, what up, what up, what up? It's 7 p.m. Eastern. It's not my 8 p.m. Eastern time. We come on live. But today we coming at you live with a special edition of the J.Mac Fitness Show. And it's not only the J.Mac Fitness Show, we got everybody from the Evening Rush Network on board. And we're going to be talking about a very special topic. We're going to be talking about COVID. Having a vaccine or not having a vaccine. And what's your reasoning for it? So I'm going to let everybody introduce themselves. And from there, we're going to take off with the platform. Go ahead, Dawn. Introduce yourself.
Yo, what's good? Y'all already know what it is, man. It's the Evening Rush own Dawn of the Evening Rush Show. What's good, everybody? How y'all feeling?
Good.
Envy, you can go next.
Hey y'all, hey, how everybody's doing today? Happy Thursday. Y'all already know I'm Envy from Queens of NYC podcast and also Envious Creations. Y'all also follow and support. I appreciate y'all.
That's what it is. Nicole?
Hi, I'm Nicole Claire from Nicole Claire Show. So, how everybody doing? Happy Thursday.
That's
I'm
what
hot.
it
Don't feel me, I'm hot.
That's what it is right there. Chrissy, what's up?
Yo, what up, everybody? It's Chrissy, your girl from Sex, Love, and Alcohol. So, we're going to get this conversation popping, for the vaccination and unvaccinated people out here, you know what I mean?
That's what it is. Yo, Ma, what's up?
You are now plugged in.
Okay.
He had to bring out the Barry White voice.
You already know, bro. Molly the voice, my man Joe, he's gonna pop on a little bit later. Our producer behind the scenes, Jada John, she's gonna pop in and have something to say about what's going on with the vaccinated and the unvaccinated and the such. I'm just happy to be here, man. To be honest with you, man, to spread my knowledge on the topics.
That's what it is. And of course, we got my beautiful sister, Lovable.
Hey everybody, what's going on? This is Lovable from On Everything and the owner of Flourishing Hair Care System of NYC. Let's start this topic.
Yo, you know what's up? I realized everybody promoted their business except for me. Yo, shout out to the J.Mac Fitness.
Yes.
If y'all looking for a trainer that keeps it real and not gonna bullshit y'all, holla at me. 347-962-4736. Y'all got my Instagram. Y'all got my Facebook. Just holla at me.
Good dude right there.
That's what it is.
Absolutely.
But yo, just because we got a couple of people that's probably watching that don't know, I'm gonna kick it off. I am supporting the vaccine. I am supporting the vaccine. Shout out to Mandy, one of the co-hosts of the J.Mac Fitness Show. But going back into what I was saying, I am vaccinated, but currently I'm battling, and y'all see me, I'm in the prison. I'm locked in a cell. I'm on quarantine right now because I tested positive for COVID.
We're praying for you.
Wow.
Just to let y'all know, I'm vaccinated. I'm cool with the whole vaccine situation. Envy?
I'm not vaccinated. I'm not getting vaccinated. And that's just what it is. So I don't know how to sugarcoat it because I'm not.
We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna get into that. It don't make
sense to me. If it don't make sense, I ain't with it, and I'm sorry. Everybody has their own views. I have my own views on certain things, and the way this shit popped up and mysteriously is, now it's mandated. I'm good.
Nicole, what you think, Nicole?
Well, I'm vaccinated. I was just bored in the house one day and just went and got it done. So, anyway.
I ain't had nothing to do.
Vaccinated. I ain't got nothing else to do.
I was bored in the house. I didn't know what to do. So I just was like, you know what? I'm just gonna get vaccinated.
Yo, I ain't go front. Yo, I ain't never heard nobody say that ever in my life. Like,
I ain't got nothing else to do, right?
Let's go down here and get vaccinated real quick.
Let me go there and see what you talking about.
Batman Benny, what up, boy?
Yeah, it went down like that, dog.
Hi, Chrissy. What you got, Chrissy?
I'm neutral. Okay, I'm neutral, but I did recently get vaccinated a week ago.
That ain't neutral.
Listen, I'm not. I would never force anybody to get vaccinated. I would never talk nobody into getting vaccinated because I have my reasons why I don't like it. But then I had my reasons why I had to get it. So I did get vaccinated. I only got my first shot a week ago. Only because of, like I say, traveling reasons why I got it. But if it wasn't for traveling, I wouldn't have got it at all, to be honest.
I respect that. That's honest.
And it's like whether or not my job fired me, I got about 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 about other jobs that don't need to have
right, exactly.
Listen, I ain't mad at you. I respect that. Your hustle on.
But they backing y'all against the wall with that too, boy. I tell you, they making it hard, boy. But I'm not vaccinated. I'm not with the vaccination. But then again, I do accept when people have to do it. I understand when people, the circumstances are the circumstances. So I mean, I guess I'm with Chrissy as far as the 50-50 vibe, where it's like I won't coach anybody not to, because if they feel to, because I don't want nobody to feel bad for making decisions based off their life, whether it be financial, whether it be just like what Chrissy said, traveling to go see her family, and all of these things. I guess as we carry on in this topic, we'll speak on like a lot of these reasonings why people do get vaccinated and why they don't get vaccinated or what have you. But I know for a fact that they backed a lot of people, a lot of good people I know, their backs against the wall when it comes down to this vaccination stuff. So I as long as I can, I won't, but it's not to say that I won't. So that's where I'm at with it.
All right. What you got, Lovable?
I am not vaccinated. I will not get vaccinated. It's a spiritual thing for me. It's not a theory. I'm here to state facts. And a lot of people don't understand anything about this vaccination. So whatever I say, it's not my opinion. It's fact. It's backed up facts. And it's also
when you say backed up facts according to
what I researched at the beginning of last year from the CDC. Well, let me give you a background. I have been a paralegal in New York over 20 years. So I'm awesome at researching. That's all I do in my life is research. So I've been researched this on the CDC site for a while. I have not been on the CDC site for over a year. But for me, of not getting a vaccine is a spiritual thing for me. And all humankind is in for a very rude awakening. And that is a fact. Again, what I'm about to say is not an opinion. It's a fact. So let's bring it. Let's talk about this topic. It's highly important.
Well, I brought it to the table. I spoke to Dawn a couple of days ago, because I've been watching the news. Of course, I'm home, so I ain't got nothing else better to do but watch TV.
Same here. And work.
So I mean, and I seen where they was firing people for not taking the vaccine, whether it be teachers, nurses, so on and so forth, and they was mandating a lot of people to take it. Me, I decided that I was going to take it because a lot of people already know my immune system is compromised. I take 3 different medications that suppress my immune system. So my immune system's already in the toilet. So in my head, my theory is, if I actually get COVID, it's a wrap for me. Especially with a lot of the symptoms that are actually being said. So part of me, runny nose, I got some of the symptoms, but I feel fine. Like I can knock somebody.
You have a mustache, by the way.
I got the whole thing going.
I see.
I just got on about that.
Yeah, a lot of people used to seeing me face
clean. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I switched it up, But I mean, as far as this show goes, I have people in my ear that saying, yo, I don't want to get the vaccine. I have people that say I want to get the vaccine. Then there's people that just don't know. So I said to Dawn, like, yo, let's come up with a panel of a mixed box, and let's do it for the network. Let the network speak, so we all have our listeners that generate to us and want to hear us speak. But most of the time, we don't speak about this type of subject. So I'm saying, yo, let's reach out to our listeners and let our listeners know how we feel and what we think. Me personally, like a couple of you guys said, I took the vaccine, so I'm all for it. If your body needs the vaccine, you go ahead and you go get the vaccine. But I'm not gonna be one of them people that tell you, yo, you got to go get the vaccine. On my stance, I'm an educator. So me being in a school building, I had to get the vaccine. I had the vaccine before it was mandated, but I did it. I'm also a personal trainer. So of course, they shut the gyms down for anybody that's not vaccinated. So not only would I lose a business, but I would also lose clientele because some of my clients aren't vaccinated, aren't getting vaccinated. So it became me getting it was a personal decision, but looking at it now, it's becoming a financial decision also. So I mean,
it's a sacrifice. It's a huge sacrifice,
and that's what a lot of people are starting to realize. Like, we are all, and it's not only just the people that are vaccinated, but the people that are not vaccinated, they're backed into a wall as well, because there's going to be places like, Lovable. I use you as an example. You might say, yo, I want to go on a date. I want to go to the pool hall. I want to go bowling. I want to go to the movies.
And I can't go.
And I want to go to a restaurant. I can't do that because you're not vaccinated. Me, I'm not saying that be like, yo, T, I want to go to the gym with you. The first question I got to ask him is, yo, are you vaccinated? Because if you're not vaccinated, I can't bring you into the gym.
I planned on going out the country to take my son on a cruise to Grand Turks and Caicos and Amber Cove. They literally just canceled my trip because we're not vaccinated. Only 5% of the people can get on the ship. That includes the employees and the people on the ship. And my trip was canceled. Mind you, I've been preparing for my son's trip for our trip for his birthday. So I lost out on a lot.
Facebook user, exactly. They said they'll be cooking and doing delivery since you can't do restaurants and stuff like that if you're not vaccinated.
But some restaurants aren't even following that rule.
Pulled in. I just wanted him to say if he was vaccinated or not vaccinated.
Well,
like, introduce yourself, bro.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yo, so I'm on this subject is real touchy for me, bro. Like, I'm not vaccinated, right? And I think now, am I saying I'm not gonna get vaccinated? No. But at this point, I feel like, they putting too much emphasis on this being vaccinated thing where it got me thinking like, well, all of this stuff, like with diabetes and all of this stuff that, like, that's been around. They're not forcing people not to eat McDonald's. They still encourage 32-ounce sodas and shit. You understand what I'm saying? But yet, this vaccination come out and they forcing this down people's throat right now.
Yep.
Again, I feel like, am I against it? No, but I don't feel like you should be forcing me to take it at a time. It's a choice. And the reason that I'm against it is right now in my mind is because I feel like it's a hidden agenda there, and it's too much emphasis on take this vaccination. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying, oh, they trying to make us into robots. That's not my theory. I'm not one of those scientific, like, oh, they trying to make us into robots and stuff. No, that's not why I'm not taking it. I just feel like, why this of all things, right? And I'm gonna tell you, I had COVID, right? I believe I had it twice, and
I believe I had it too. I ain't gonna lie.
I believe I got it.
The first go round.
Right. The first time I realized that I had it, I was hosting on the Carnival Cruise Lines, and I was stuck in a room, and they told me I had an upper respiratory infection and something else. Then I come home, my wife was sick, I take her to the doctor. I don't feel nothing. I take her to the doctor. They tell me I got it, and she don't got it. Then come to find out we all had it. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a fact. That's how it was in my house.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm not mad at my wife took it. My wife is vaccinated. You know what I'm saying? The only reason why I feel like I'm gonna get vaccinated is because they trying to force it, and it's like you can't do nothing. And being an entertainer, how can we do our jobs if we can't get vaccinated? You understand what I'm saying? So I'm on the fence with this, man. Like I really don't want to take it. If I had an option, I still wouldn't take it.
Well, one thing I heard, I'm gonna go with you, Shice, off of the robot. I heard somebody say that people are getting the vaccine, or that's the way of the government tracking people.
Right. I'm not into all of that.
I mean, but the one thing about that is, if government wants to track you, we on our phones all day, every day.
I said that already. Like phones, cars,
you notice your
computers.
license, all of that.
All those updates y'all doing on your phone, y'all already know there's some kind of tracking shit already implanted in your phone.
Yeah, think about it. When you put something in, like think about it. When you go to when you go on your phone and Google it, Google quickly asks you, "Was you here?" Like, motherfucker, how you know I was there?
Listen,
Because of your location, exactly.
On your card, it got a chip in it. Every time you swipe, they know where you at. I don't listen. It's
Yo, Shice, hold the card back up again.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
That's what I was about to say. Let me see
There's whole number out there. So
I'm
I'm gonna do the rainbow. Let me see. Right.
Listen, you go ahead and use this number. You just be practicing because all you're gonna get is a messed up computer. It's gonna shut your system down.
Oh Lord.
All right, yo. So Lovable, finish what you were saying. I'm sorry.
I was talking.
Nah, level. I got into it, but we passed it on the site. But Jada John has just joined us, and we would love her input. She about to get interesting. She did the.
Good night, everyone.
Good
How
night,
you doing?
Good night.
Hello.
I'm well. You would like my input about the vaccination?
Yeah, vaccine. Are you vaccinated or not?
Who are you?
Oh, okay. So
We know who she is.
I don't.
I am Jada John. I am the executive director of Big Apple Leadership Academy for the Arts.
Yes.
Am I vaccinated? Unfortunately,
Hold on. Why are you up here? Which show are you affiliated with?
Oh, my apologies. I'm also the producer for Plugged with Molly and Joe. You're right. But usually,
She's like, I gotta jump into this topic. I'm feeling it.
Usually, I stay all the way in the background when it comes to Plug. I don't I don't do that. That's their show. I let them have that. So that's why. I'm sorry. It wasn't a matter of not recognizing what y'all do because y'all are amazing and you know that. So, with regard to whether or not I am vaccinated, unfortunately, I had to choose between keeping my employment and getting the vaccine. And considering that the unemployment paychecks wouldn't be able to cover my rent, I had decided that I'd rather keep my job. So,
girl, get you a sugar daddy.
Yo, but Shice, what if her sugar daddy he gotta have his job too, so he gotta be vaccinated too.
Listen, he can hustle, baby.
Well, if he vaccinated and she not, then it's balanced.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Now that's a good relationship.
That's it. It's balanced.
I mean, end of the day, I'm gonna say like this. I'm learning more every day about this whole situation. And the one thing that is bothering me is the fact that they're trying to force it on people who have like real bad allergies. Where once they get the shot, they would have to get an EpiPen and all of that. And I think that's crazy. There has to be some exemptions or ways to figure around how, to protect those people without them putting their lives on the line.
It's not beneficial to them. That's why they're not doing
Right.
it. It's not beneficial. What's beneficial to the government, to whoever, you're vaccinated, awesome, good. Now we can move forward. They don't care you have underlying health issues.
Yeah, they don't care.
You have asthma. They can't even tell you in the fine print what you can possibly be allergic to and what you cannot possibly be allergic to. My thing is, what is the point of getting a vaccine if I can still get sick, if I can still catch COVID? Makes no sense. It's not going to
Once
exempt me.
again,
It can
and
still
this is what I'm saying about that. Hold on.
This is where I come in and I differ with that.
Yeah.
You know, me personally,
I'm gonna play devil's advocate real quick, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what's funny is it happened recently. My son was in the hospital, respiratory issues. He has asthma,
right?
And he goes into the hospital, and listen, one thing after another, some ingredient, some medicine, something. I have no clue what it is, but I allowed them, for the sake of my son to breathe again, to put in his system. So when we sit here to put in his system, to put in his bloodstream, meaning he has asthma, meaning they sit there with all the tubes and the this and the that. I don't know what these things are. And mind you, the vaccination is a matter of trust. I don't trust this country. I don't trust this nation. I don't trust these people. But yet, in the matter of life and death, we will do what's necessary to have the thought of living. Now,
can I say something on that? When you say life and death, right? And this is my whole point about this vaccination thing, right? Let's be honest. The government is not in the life-saving business, because if that was the truth, then the government wouldn't be making money. They make money in capital off of death. You understand what I'm saying? So again, why do I feel like all of a sudden this vaccination come out? You telling me with asthma, heart attacks, and all of these other things that's killing people. You telling me this is the one thing that you want to push to say, hey,
But Shai, that's the thing. The thing about what I'm explaining is that when what they have done and what they're going to continue to do is put it in our lap to make it a decision that we make. No matter what they put onto the market, we just got to be ready. And then what we have to do is beyond the vaccinations. It's beyond big pharmacy. It's become self-sufficient as a people, where we don't have to rely on none of these things. Because until we become a actual Wakanda, we will always have to go by what they're saying. Correct. Always.
In order to get to that level, that's a whole nother topic. In order for us to have our own Wakanda, we have to stop being, crabs in a barrel. So that's a separate conversation for a whole nother day. I see, and I'm listening to everybody talk, and one thing I'm seeing universal, whether it be in the chat or whether it be on here, is a lot of people are talking about asthma. My daughters are vaccinated, and they have asthma. So, playing the devil's advocate, the asthma has not been triggered by the vaccine.
Everybody's body is different.
Yeah, and I understand that, but I've been around so many people that have asthma that have been vaccinated. But there's so much people that goes on Instagram and Facebook that talk about, and they're not even vaccinated, and they're telling you what the vaccine does, what they heard the vaccine does.
What they heard it does.
But when people that are vaccinated, they tell you some of the things that they've experienced from the vaccine. Me, case in point, the day I got the vaccine, right after I got the vaccine, I met somebody on this panel at the gym. Right after. The very next day, I went to the gym for first shot and second shot. I have both my kidneys removed from my body. I have my sister's kidney given to me, and I got the shot. So I continue to push. Yes, I have COVID, but here it is. I have COVID, and I'm talking to you guys. No, it's almost like I got a cold. You're right, Envy, when you say everybody gets it differently. But it all bases down to how you take care of your body.
And it's also mental as well. If you tell yourself and you believe what the media is saying, like in the beginning, people were dropping like flies. Never in my life I've seen big ass trucks of icebox and they're pulling bodies out. And mysteriously, this same COVID virus or whatever it is Down the line, years later, now mysteriously people stop dying all of a sudden. It's the same shit.
No. People are still dying.
People
Like
didn't
we
stop
still,
dying. People
It's
were
not
still
as bad.
dying.
If you look
we
at
still,
it, it
we
was
still
a
have,
ripple effect in the
we still have, but
beginning.
we still have,
It was
there's still a high,
continuous.
there's still a high death content. But a lot of people that died, and what people are not really pointing out, yes, young people have died, but a lot of older people with underlying conditions died. You know, a lot of people, you know, one of the major things that COVID does is it causes people to have you know, chest pain or shortness of breath. If you're older and you have, you know, already have congested heart failure, once your breathing starts to slow up, that's gonna trigger that heart failure.
It's like a
I'm
pneumonia
fat.
type
My
situation.
breathing is hard now, so that don't have nothing to do with it.
Thank you.
No, Shice,
That's why I
Shice,
say
I
I
can help
think
you
it's
out with that.
psychological, and I'm gonna tell you why
J.Mac
I say that.
Fitness, you holler at me, I take care of that fatness for
I'm
you.
gonna tell you why I say it's a mental thing in a way. You
believe that.
fully vaccinated, you out and about, you have to do your test weekly or whatever because of employment. Just before when you got the before you was swabbed or whatever, they tested you, you came back positive. You yourself stated it took you about 2 days to say that you know to realize, okay, oh shit, I'm sick, or I got body aches or whatever. It's
Yeah,
a
because
mental
they
thing.
made
If
them
you get
mentally.
told,
It's like that
right, if you get
hypochondriac
told
shit.
today,
Yeah.
oh you positive for COVID, by the end
Me,
of the night, you're gonna
that's not true.
overreact, you're
That's
gonna
not true. You
stress
know,
yourself
again,
out,
I
you're
disagree
gonna
with that.
hyperventilate. Everybody is different. It is a
I
mental thing.
disagree with that
If I'm
because
telling myself I'm sick, then what
when
you gonna
me
be?
and
You're
you,
gonna be sick.
when me and you had the conversation, and I told you I'm good no matter what. You know, I was in a
But
room.
you gotta
I was
remember
in a
your
room
mental
clinging and
state.
banging. Right? I'm not
Your
gonna sit here and
mental
hold you up.
state and somebody else's mental state is not going to be the same. You
Yeah,
might have the same symptoms somebody else is having, and they, oh my
yeah,
God, I'm dying, I got a
but
fever. Bitch, you ain't got a
but
fever,
and
but they
and
telling
that's
themselves
the
they
truth.
got a fever.
But
It's a
when you
mental
go in,
thing.
but when you go in extra, when you talk about shortness of breath, when you talk about actual chest pain, you know there are
I
certain
have
things
a
that are
friend
not
that is
mental.
28 years old who is a postal worker with no kids and very healthy. She took the vaccine 2 weeks before prior to getting tested positive for COVID. Was sick. Now all of a sudden she needed an asthma pump. She was having problems breathing, and what she told herself was, "I'm not going to be dependent on this asthma pump. I've never had asthma." A week or two later, she's getting ready to get her second dose, and she's been fine. It's all
Listen,
about how much mind
the
control
one,
you have over
You
your
know,
body.
you know what else is crazy too?
I disagree with that.
So
We talking
wait,
about this vaccine thing,
hold on.
right? Everybody's pointing out what. All right, they putting on these commercials about how many people it's supposed to help, right? 1 minute they telling everybody, listen, if you don't get vaccinated, it hurts the person who's not vaccinated more than it hurts the person who's vaccinated. Now all of a sudden it's the people who's not vaccinated hurting the people with the vaccination,
all of
and
that's
then
not true.
the huh?
I don't know where this information is coming
All of
from.
Wait, hold on,
Where's
wait.
that
But
getting that
now,
information
but they're not
from?
even
The
putting out.
news or media?
How come they're not even
Media.
putting out the information of how many people actually died? Because thousands of people died from the vaccination shot.
Absolutely, but
But
they
they
don't
never
want.
put
They
it
don't
out.
want
That
to
is
tell you
actually a
that.
false statement.
And
That's
they
actually a false
say
Is that
that
a
statement.
it's
fact
more
though? Is that a
vaccinated
fact
That's
though?
in
actually a
hospital.
false statement. That's actually a false
You know,
statement.
if we're gonna talk, if
What's
we're
the
gonna
number
talk,
of
and we're gonna
people?
put information
Hold
out
on,
there,
hold on.
we
The
should put
number of
information
people
out there
that
that's
died.
actually factual.
Yeah, the number of people that actually died are very low compared
Listen,
to people that died that had COVID.
all right.
From where? Where is those facts at? Because they don't advertise those numbers.
They
The
do advertise
impression
those
and the
numbers.
information that they're giving is
No,
take the
Trump.
vaccine, it could
They
save your life,
advertise. They
nobody's
advertise
dying.
what they
That's
advertise.
what they're
Okay, hold on.
delivering.
Time out. One
Sugar. They
question.
don't
One
advertise
second.
everything.
People in the comments, we are reading your comments. We cannot. I can't keep putting them up due to the fact that the stream is kind of crazy. So we are reading your comments. We will be acknowledging your comments. Go ahead. I'm sorry about that, guys.
I guess I'll help you out.
I just feel like, yo, they advertising everything but the risk, right? Now, even when you watch regular commercials on all these medicines, right? They even tell you could cause heart disease, all of this other stuff, and they give you the option. Now they're not doing that with this vaccine. They just shoving and saying, "Hey, take the
They
vaccine."
making you. They want us to believe that it's fine.
No, there is actually you can get this heart. I forgot what the heart thing is called, and that is true. That is a true fact. Yeah. But it doesn't last long. It's supposed to be like a couple of days tops, and then you're back to normal. But that once again is based on the type of the person that took the vaccine. You know what I'm saying? Because it was in younger kids more than older people.
And what's crazy is that we bring it all the way back around to why, and these are all the reasons. Everybody here had explained the reason why we have to be self-sufficient. Because to trust these people is to trust our lives with these people, and we know they don't value our lives at all as a people. So therefore, like, we got to get past the vaccinated and the unvaccinated, because we have a whole demographic that can't get vaccinated, and that's our kids.
Yeah,
that's the crazy part. We're sitting there talking about ourselves as adults, vaccinated, unvaccinated, as if once you get vaccinated, guess what? I'm all of a sudden that much more, I could get past the COVID situation that much more better. But then we have our kids sitting there without a choice at all, because why can't our kids get it if it's not a problem?
They're getting ready to pass
Pfizer getting ready to pass 5-year-olds and up. 5 to 12 years.
But my thing is, why does it matter if I got the vaccine or not? For example, back in the days when it was the measles and the mumps epidemic, they was pushing that vaccine. Certain communities, the Jews and whatever other religions, were so against it and not being vaccinated. And then what? A hot minute later, now it's not even a talk. But now with this COVID situation, it's a must. Come on.
Well, you realize recently they shut down a lot of the Jewish stuff because the Jewish was refusing to get the measles and vaccine. Right. So we had an outbreak in the Jewish community of measles and mumps and I'll just say measles because they was unvaccinated. And it was like an average of 300-400 people a day getting measles. And in our community, that was unheard of. We're sitting back like, we got the measles vaccine.
But they wasn't offering $100 coupons. They wasn't offering free memberships. They weren't closing down businesses. They wasn't doing none of that. It was a different type of timing. So why all of a sudden now? My son just called me and said, "Mom, so I'm gonna take the vaccine, right? 13.
He's not, or he is."
And I said, why you say that? Oh, they offering $100 gift card. Boy, get off my phone. This is the problem.
That's my point right there. No other disease or anything have they offered anything, right?
Exactly.
So why all of a sudden we got free tickets to do this. We got free tickets to Broadway shows. They are buying us to take vaccines. And my question is,
they're not buying y'all. What they're
doing
is
Don, I actually agree with that statement. I agree with buying. I'm going to tell you why I disagree with that. I think it's more so that what they're doing is because now you have so many different communities, Black, white, Asian, whatever, brown communities. Now all are talking now because now we're on the same level. Okay, am I gonna get vaccinated? Or am I not gonna get vaccinated? Okay, well here's an incentive. If you get vaccinated, here's $100. Here's a ticket to a Mets game. They're giving away shit that's pretty cheap. They're giving away Giants tickets. So.
Hey, why you have to say that? Don't say that.
No, hold on. Why I say I disagree with that is this. He was coming at Molly. But the reason why I said that was
what he came at me about the Giants again.
I said they're giving away free Mets tickets. I mean Giants tickets.
Guess what?
They're giving away cheap shit.
Yo, Mac. Guess what?
About my Giants.
Guess what?
You a Giant fan too?
What's your squad? Mac? What's your squad, Mac?
49ers.
He's vaccinated.
And guess what, Mac?
So that's not true.
So
we had a chip because of the money thing. They're doing that because at the end of the day, they're trying to find ways to get people to get vaccinated. Because they feel people are.
Thank you. Why all of a sudden now they want us to
hold on. If enough people is vaccinated, they're trying to say that there is a chance of us going back to some type of normalcy.
There is nothing normal.
This is
the economy has suffered tremendously financially. So if you keep telling these businesses, 20 people that are not vaccinated can't come in, and that means your 20 people can't get tips, they can't get no services. So how are you going to pay your service? The economy is going to continue to fall. Why? Because now you're modifying how I run my business. So if I decide to take an unvaccinated person, it's my business. It's my liability. It's my name.
That's the case. If you want to have your business, go to Long Island. You want to go on a date, go to Long Island.
Yeah,
well, I'm in South Carolina.
Listen, my whole thing with this whole
I'm just
this
saying.
is just crazy because at the end of the day, like she said, if the economy start to fall, guess what? All that vaccine talk will go out the window.
Yep, it's already
The
doing
sad
it.
part is,
If the economy starts to fall, the economy is already pretty low. We've been suffering. That's why they tried to open everything back up. And once they open everything back up, the numbers spiked again.
listen,
So it
but you
don't
know
matter
why?
if you're
Listen,
vaccinated or not, because the same people that are vaccinated and unvaccinated are causing the numbers to be up. It doesn't even matter. And that's what you just
So
said it. The
if
minute
that's
they
the case,
open the economy,
if
they
that's the
open
case,
the
then
economy.
why
Well,
don't you
listen,
shut
hold on.
everything back down? If that's the case, shut everything back. Let's go
That's
back
fine.
fully remote like we was before.
That's fine.
But again, that still affects the economy.
Everything is
No matter
affecting the
how,
economy,
if you go left or
vaccinated
you go
or
right,
not. You want to know why? I'm not vaccinated. So, and I know if I go to a restaurant and I want what I want and I can pay my bill and you turn me down with my services and I know my money good, you're going to lose out on my money because of
well,
the
you
fact that
better
I'm not
go
vaccinated.
to what's it called, Grubhub.
I can cook, so I don't care. But I'm just saying. But I do DoorDash.
Okay,
and I
hold
do
on, hold on.
Grubhub. Eventually,
shut
they're
you down
going to
right
stop
there. Once
DoorDash and they're going to stop Grubhub. And I'm going to tell you why I say that.
I agree. They are going to stop both of those.
Because now they're going to want a
They're going to say
vaccinated card
delivery
because that
people
is still
have to be
work.
vaccinated.
Yeah, they're going to want them to upload a vaccination card into these apps for them to make whatever couple of dollars that they can. Why? Because they are not vaccinated and they don't want to work for these city entities and put that in their body. So they're trying to make ends meet for their family. So sooner or later, it's going to say, update the app, upload your vaccine. For example, with my daughter is is away right now. That's another thing. She's like, Mom, I might have to come home because I'm not vaccinated. I don't want to spend the money anyway, but okay. But I got to give and take. But I did tell her, you 18,
let's look at it
that
like
is
this.
your
Let's look at it like
decision.
this, right? Let's look at it like this, right? If you have to provide for your family, right?
Right.
And I think this was pretty much the base of us doing the show. I think Nicole, I don't know if Nicole said it, but either Nicole, Chrissy, or Jada said that they did it for their job. My job, also being in education, me and my wife had to get vaccinated because of our jobs, even though we did it prior to, but before being a mandate. My thing is, as a parent, wouldn't you prefer for your child to go to a school knowing that you have the professionals inside the building trying to make?
You want to know why?
No.
You want to know why?
No.
Go ahead.
Let me finish. Wouldn't you prefer that you have the professionals inside the building trying to maintain a healthy building, not only healthy but clean?
Do you really believe being vaccinated can bring clean germs?
Somebody else interject for a moment? Can somebody else interject for a moment? Because I've been trying to speak for a while and I can't.
I'm sorry, Jada.
So the answer is no, right? I am in a building where all of the staff are required to be vaccinated.
Yep.
Some of the children are vaccinated, some are not.
Are you high school?
Positive case of COVID that we have had thus far has been from vaccinated people.
Hello.
As it stands right now, I am required to get tested this Saturday because one of my students that I was in close contact with for 100 consecutive minutes has tested positive, and more than half of that class is now quarantined at home.
Yep.
So it does not matter whether or not people in the building or the teachers or whatever are not vaccinated. The fact is the vaccine is created to stop you from coming to a quick death should you contract the disease.
I agree with that.
Hold on, I'm still making the point. If I have the freedom to say that if I get ill, I do not give permission for any doctor to work on me, do not resuscitate, allow me to come to my death, do not give me medications, let me die. And if that is my right as a citizen to do, then it should be my right to then say, if I contract COVID, allow me to die as is. I'm not going to receive any vaccinations or medications or anything else for that matter.
I agree.
It should be my right to do so. The mandate that is coming is not necessarily about keeping everybody safe or stopping a spread because it's being spread all over the place. As a matter of fact, there was some sort of outbreak that just happened on Broadway at Aladdin where everybody who had to come into the show had to be vaccinated. Lo and behold, everybody now has COVID. So that's not what really it is about.
Word?
If we start thinking, yes, word, look it up, right? Google.
I believe you. I didn't, certain things I try not to watch, but I mean, I believe you. In my case of getting COVID, my kid, I work in elementary school. So with my case, we had quite a few people, elementary school kids, test positive.
I'm in high school.
So I mean that's a difference. Right. So we go back into the age range of people getting the vaccine. Right. No, I'm not saying you should be forced to get the vaccine. But what I'm saying is, like you said, most of the people in your circumstances came from people that were vaccinated. And in my case, most of the situations that took place in my school were coming from the people who were unvaccinated.
Right. One other point that I need to make is something that you guys gotta understand. People being in opposition to the COVID vaccine is not a new thing, right? I am 122% certain that at the creation of every vaccination, there was a group of persons who were in opposition to receiving it. At no point in time did the government ever say, hey, you guys just get a break from getting that vaccine because you are opposed. Every single time they lost. How do I know that? Is it because I read a million books that taught me that? No, I know that because I know none of us that's on this call right now would have been in school if we didn't get those mandatory vaccines. It became mandatory for the general public, regardless to who was in opposition to it in that time. So the conversation that we're having right now, let's think about the fact that history is repeating itself. Without regard to whether you believe it to be real, conspiracy or whatever mindset, because I don't know how my asthmatic son is going to convince himself that he doesn't have asthma anymore and I not have to take him to the emergency room. But whatever it is that you believe to be the case, fact is, if history is repeating itself, you can't avoid it. Because we're going to get to that point where every other vaccination that currently exists in your body right now, that the government said that you can't get an education unless you get, we're going to get to the point where COVID is on that list. And you can't get around that. So the question really is, do you take it now or do you take it later? Because you're going to have to take it. And that's
where we go. That's where we go. Because, again, we go back into the cause of this conversation. You know, and Jada, I appreciate you for saying everything you just said. And it's a blessing to have you on this call. Because at the end of the day, we all, whether it be today, tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, we're going to have to take it. And again, you know, everybody's going to continue to have their conspiracy theories where if I take it, I'm a robot. They're tracking me. You know, it caused my leg to fall off. You know, somebody said to me when I first told them I got vaccinated, they was like, yo, I heard you're going to grow a tail. And I'm like, and I thought they was playing, but they came out, they're like, yo, I'm dead serious. They said there's somebody in California that grow a tail. I never seen that, but I'm like, yo, some of the information that I get, it'd be crazy. Some of the stuff I'm getting would be crazy.
That's when I seen that too. You become a zombie joint, because that made no sense. You're not gonna become a zombie from getting a shot. Yo, some of the things they putting up is retarded and
you know, I look at it like this. You know, everybody was like, yo, after you get the result, after you get the vaccine, you're gonna be knocked out for a few days. You know, we have a few people that have been that's gotten the vaccine. Like I said, when I got the vaccine, the day I got the vaccine and the day after I got the vaccine, and continually, most of you guys follow me on social media. No, I'm in the gym 6-7 days a week. So at no point in time did the vaccine ever knock me down. You know, I guess, you know, Envy says it's a mindset. You know, I don't know if it's a mindset or not, because it wasn't even, you know, I keep it 100. The worst thing that happened to me when I got the vaccine, and I'm not even gonna lie, maybe I'm different from others, but the worst thing that I dealt with was my arm was hurting. But I'm open. I used to take steroids, so I took needles in my arm, and when I took the needles in my arm, that also hurt. So I mean, it's the same thing. Whenever you inject something into your body, especially needle-wise, it's gonna hurt because it has to go through a muscle.
Okay, J.Mac.
This is the same energy they should have had for flu vaccine, but they didn't.
Okay, guys, I want to state something, but I need for you guys to listen and not interrupt me, because a lot of the times when I get interrupted, I forget what I was about to say. And I have a lot to say, and I think we have less than 15 minutes until we down. The reason why I'm not taking a vaccine, and I'm hoping and praying that God gives me the strength in the future to not take the vaccine. Again, like I told you guys, it's spiritual for me because what I've learned, not being on social media, not learning from somebody else's page, is through my own research on some of the ingredients that I found that is in the vaccine. Now, I know from talking to a friend, they gave me a list of the ingredients recently. I haven't researched it because I had just got it yesterday. But what I've researched in December of 2020, in the Moderna, it's a white male who's 55 years old who died from lung cancer. Aborted baby, I think it is a male child, white, 16 weeks, and other ingredients in there. Spiritually,
I'm confused right now. I'm confused. That's why I'm interrupted.
Okay.
You're saying that I'm just asking, so you can.
Okay.
There are dead bodies or dead.
There are yes.
Okay.
This is not.
I'm not asking you, I'm asking for the viewers.
Not a problem. Again, what I'm saying is not my opinion.
Right.
I want to make this a very strong comment. It's not my opinion.
Right.
This is a strong fact.
It's a fact.
Now to move backwards a little bit. Give me a second, Sean. To move backwards, a lot of people that I speak to, they say, well, we've been taking a vaccine from ages ago. I get that. I get it. I can't stop what my mama did. She did her best. My great grandparents did their best.
Right.
I also learned with the vaccines that we give our children what we took from like 70 years ago. There's animal semen, there's cleaning products, there's aborted baby tissues in there. It's a lot. So moving forward to my spiritual beliefs, I believe in God. I strongly believe in the Bible, period. And in the Bible, it states that we're not supposed to consume human at all. Doesn't matter where it came from, how it was sorted, blended, whatever. We're not supposed to. In Revelation, it says that we're not going to be able to buy or sell. A lot of people don't believe in the Bible. I get it, whatever. But when you put two to two together with the COVID, when you're not vaccinated, we can't buy or sell. It's evident. It's an abomination. I'm not being here to preach or to be like, you're going to die. No, I'm not saying that. To the people who's vaccinated, my best friend is vaccinated. My friends and family, they're vaccinated. I'm not going to sit here and argue with them because that's something that they choose. All I can do is give them facts, not my opinions, not what I found on somebody else's social media. It's through my own research on, please, if you believe in the Bible, look into it and know that it's not good for you. Right now, at this current moment, we're going through Bible prophecy right now. We're going through the volcano. That's in the Bible. We're going through the COVID. That is also in the Bible. We're going through we can't buy or sell. That is in the Bible. We're not supposed to take that vaccine. Period. Now I understand that. Yes.
I knew he was gonna have something to say.
It's not that. When you say, it's beyond going through the Bible, and this is the reason why I say that is because I would rather people not be closed off to your message. You understand what I'm saying? Because and this is just my personal opinion, when you go that route, it's actually a universal message. Like, the message is universal. It has nothing to do with the biblical terms. It has nothing to do with historical terms or anything like that. It's the actual facts. Allow the facts to play itself out. Because when we get caught, because I was born in the biblical sense. You understand what I'm saying? I was born and raised with the Bible. And what I've learned is with religion, there's separation. So what happens in the message itself, it becomes a thing. Well, I don't believe in the Bible. I don't believe in that religion. So therefore, I'm not going to listen to the message. And that's the only thing about your message that I would give you advice to as far as giving that message is that let's not, you know what I mean? Because it's no disrespect to anybody's way of living. But then again, when we start to speak up about our way of living, it then becomes disrespectful because you're speaking in that terms when it's all about all of our lives. I don't care. Sean Don could be Muslim, Mac could be Jew, Envy could be you know, 5%er. Any one of these people on this panel could be anything. But the message goes for everyone. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying?
I agree.
Let's, you know what I mean? Let's just angle it in there, you know?
My thing is I'm trying to make people aware. Simple. And there is many people, their eyes is closed. They don't have no understanding. Their ears, they're not even able to comprehend. And my thing is, I'm not here to argue. Like, I'm not being an asshole right now. I'm just saying that I'm not here to argue. I'm very compassionate. There's the majority of people
it's not an argument, it's a debate.
No.
That's why we had to open. And I know what you're saying. That's why we had the panel come on, because as a panel, we're all able to speak our own facts.
Well, I'm talking with the panel and generalizing of what I go through behind closed doors. You know, my friends, they're vaccinated. I ain't gonna say you dumbass. I'm not gonna do that. It's like, damn, okay. But I'm gonna also tell them of what I know.
Well, you're one of the few, because you know we get as an unvaccinated person, the vaccinated constantly hear we're puppets, or we're dumb because we're doing this or we're doing that. You know, and I respect what you're saying. Like, you know, like I grew up in the in the church life. You know, I'm Christian. You know, but knowing from talking to different people on different elements, and of course, everybody know one of my good friends, you know, is he every Sunday he pushes the non-Christian stuff or non-religious stuff.
I don't even take it honestly. I may sound like I don't know what I'm talking about. Just like this gentleman said, it's everyone. It doesn't matter what ethnicity you are. It doesn't matter. When I say the Bible, to me, I have a lot of people who don't believe in the Bible, but I still tell them, you know, and then not only that, I also tell people, like, go into the Bible. I get it. People are like, well, only a man wrote the Bible. Yeah, the man wrote the Bible, but with the Spirit of God. But how the hell? Excuse me. Hold on. Give me 2 seconds. How would they know from 2,000 years ago what we're going through right now of 2021? There's no way in hell. So I asked them to sit there and bring it together and put the reality of what we're going through, what was written, and put it into reality and do what they got to do. It's going to be difficult. There's going to be sacrifices. One more thing. We're in for the most rudest awakening as possible. This world is not getting any better. And this is not my opinion either.
I hate to say this.
The awakening been happening.
No. Let me say it like this, right? And I'm going to say this, and lovable, you know, I love you, you know, but you might take offense to this. But
you know, I don't take offense that
the Bible can be translated in many different forms. Correct. You have so many people that look at the Bible and can see it one way. And I'm saying I fully respect your way of thinking of saying, oh, we shouldn't do this. But I look at it like this, you know, my pastor, A.L. Bernard, who's pretty much world renowned.
I used to go to his church.
Okay, and Pastor Bernard was one of the first to actually put it out there. He was vaccinated. He also had COVID and almost died. So if I'm going again cleanly off of what you're saying off of the Bible, if the Bible is saying we shouldn't do certain things, then we have people who are worldly into the Bible that are still doing the same thing that you're saying.
Exactly. You know? There are doctors that tells us that you should take the vaccine. Like, I was on the phone with a friend. We're having a discussion about it. There are so many doctors that are not actually chemists or scientists. They just going by what the CDC said. I have nurses that are friends who are registered nurses who've been nurses for over 30 years, and they don't even know. Doctors, they don't even know what's in the vaccine. How are you a doctor and you don't know what the fuck is in the vaccine, but yet you're telling me, you're strongly suggesting that I should take the vaccine? I
mean, I can say like this. You know, hold on, man. Do you know what's in your Tylenol?
Give me a second.
Wait, that's one. Give me a second. And two, when it comes down to the pastors, yes,
Hello. How y'all doing? Y'all good? All right. The point that you guys are both arguing comes to the point where Mac said. Mac asked the question. He says, you know, he was like, "Oh, people talking about you guinea pigs, and you just experiments," and that's what we all are in a sense when it comes down to this country.
Everybody on this earth. Yep.
When this comes
and it's
down
not just the vaccine; it's the food we eat.
Exactly.
And
that's why I can bring it all the way back around to what I've been saying. We're having this big debate about nothingness because at the end of the day, once we still have to rely on this country for anything, we're subject to any of the foolishness that they do.
Absolutely
Like
right.
you said, all the ingredients in the vaccines that people are forced to take that you don't know if it's really helping
Not
you
all right.
or if it's
Exactly.
really not
Everything that we
helping you.
take to our drugs, to the fucking food we eat, to the shit that we drink. We absolutely
trust
right.
them too much in general already. Like it doesn't. It's not just the vaccine. We trust them when we go and get the aspirin that we go and get from off the counter. When we when we go get the allergy medicines that we go and get, we trust them too much.
I just say this?
All of a sudden, we get off.
Can I just say, give me 5 minutes? No, 3 minutes. Like I said, for me,
3 minutes. You can take 3 minutes because
2 minutes. Then
you get 60 seconds.
Because everybody else got to speak on it, right?
Yeah,
no, time out. We got to get ready for the Mac show.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
30 seconds.
And I haven't even heard from Nicole. Nicole just been sitting there, you know, baby D in the whole situation.
Nah, she be giving the head nod. She be giving the head nod. Nicole over there giving the head nod when she wants to.
Nah, listen, I'm just saying. I mean, I was bored in the house, and I just was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go get it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even think about it.
You wasn't against it. You wasn't for it. It was just like whatever.
Yeah.
But how have you been feeling though?
I'm fine. Like when I got the shot, I went to the supermarket. The second shot, I was driving somewhere. I don't know where I was driving to, but I was driving. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't get no symptoms.
No reactions and no symptoms. Okay.
I ain't get nothing. Maybe just my arm hurt, like was sore a little bit for like a couple of days, but that was about it. But that's like any other shot. But I don't get the flu shot though.
Right.
I don't get the flu shot. I never took the flu shot.
Me either.
And I have
I don't take the flu shot.
But the COVID shot is similar to this flu shot. If you realize it's COVID, it says SARS-2. You do know that it's influenza B.
Yeah.
SARS-2 is actually influenza B, which is the worst case of the flu.
And with my situation, I think I might take the flu shot this year also.
Yeah. I would think about too, just take the flu shot too. But I had got COVID when COVID first hit. My whole family got it. Galuk got it. The kids got it. Everybody had it. You know what I'm saying? So I just was like, you know, damn if you do it, damn if you don't.
Yeah, listen. But, you know, listen, we got 2 more minutes left, so we're going to close out the show. Hopefully we can come back and do a reboot to this. And
one more thing. I am very, very proud of my Black people of this panel because we all of us have different opinions. And guess what? We all respected each other. We respected
y'all all knew I was right.
And I am proud of all of us because you know how many people will have different opinions and they sit up there disrespecting, cussing, and everything else.
Yeah.
The maturity of this group. I'm very proud of us.
Yeah.
But yo, hopefully we can do a reboot to this. You know, we can come back and run it back again. But you know, I want to thank everybody on the panel. You know, that's a trash shirt you got on right there. I need everybody to know.
That's why he like that. Well, look, let me put up my shirt. Look, y'all can't read this. Flourishing Hair Care System. Go get your.
Definitely support that. We talking about that Giants trash. But yo, listen, thanks everybody for tuning in. We're gonna do this again. You know, hopefully we can have a longer.
Maybe I want my cupcakes.
But definitely come on. We about to log back on and do the J.Mac Fitness Show with Roz and Mandy.
I got you when I come back.
Yeah, we gotta do a panel in public. I guess like 6 feet apart, but we gotta do a public panel.
I'm cool with that. But if you wear any Giant stuff, I'm shooting at you.
Listen, make sure y'all tune in on Wednesday 7 to 9, the Evening Rush Network show, the Evening Rush, and I appreciate you all. Don't forget Monday.
Personal trainer, J.Mac Fitness. I'm out of here. I got to log on to my other show.
Y'all ready
Wednesday
to go
night
watch
at-
us?
at,
Queens of
Nicole
NYC
Mack.
podcast, the number one show on the network.
Here we go.
You already know.
Appreciate
Back
y'all.
next week. We'll be back next week. That's right. We'll be back. Oh,
I
yo,
think part
watch
2 should be
week's
next
show.
week. Yeah, I think we
No,
should do a
no.
part 2.
All right, guys. We
we'll be booting
appreciate
next week.
y'all.
See y'all later.
Later. Tune into the